Hi, my name is Stacy and welcome to my first official booktube vlog. I've been a blogger for a little over a year now, and my blog, I did reviews and wrap-ups and readathon posts and things like that. And I just kind of wanted to branch out. One of my favorite booktube videos to watch are vlogs, especially Crystal's Bookish Life. I love her vlogs and I love seeing Kazi and everybody else's vlogs as well, but those ones are some of my favorites. So I thought I might try to foray into doing vlogging myself. So this is my first official one. I've done a couple practice ones, but nobody will ever see those clips or know about those or see what a hot mess I was. So hopefully this one won't be too awkward since this isn't my first one. But I just wanted to kind of give a brief intro. I do plan on doing a new to booktuber tag video. I know there's a couple floating around out there. But on the recommendation of Bree from 11 Words, she mentioned having a couple videos up first before you post that and start attracting attention. And I've been kind of thrown around starting a booktube for a while just because I have enjoyed doing my blog and being more vocal and talking about the books that I love. And when she posted recently how to start a booktube and more specifically a romance booktube video, it felt kismet. And I know a lot of people are getting the extra shot of confidence and push to start a booktube channel. I've seen quite a few come up recently that she posted about that were thanks to that video. So I'll just be another one of the many. So anyway, I just wanted to do a brief overview. Like I said, I will be doing the booktube newbie tag. I also got a fun calendar this year. I backed it on Kickstarter last year, and I thought if I try to at least do that every day outside of just my reads, that might help me be a little more accountable on at least recording clips. So even if my reading slows down, I still have something to record in post. I'm hoping to do more kind of like weekly or bi-weekly 7 to 10 day kind of vlogs, not every day or anything like that. I'm a slower reader during the week. Right now I'm working 2 jobs and most of my reading is done on the weekends with the holidays, of course, here this past month and crafting and getting everything taken care of. I didn't read as much as I usually do, although I still read a decent amount. But so anyway, I'll just show you my calendar here and then we'll get going. Okay, so I have my tea right here, but first pumpkin spice. This is one of my favorite mugs. It's just so gorgeous. It's got painted gourds and fall leaves, and I use this year round. Tonight I'm drinking Bengal Spice, or at least right now I'm drinking Bengal Spice. It's an herbal blend from Celestial Seasonings that's mainly cinnamon and like clove and cardamom and black pepper and a bunch of nice spices like that. There's also a touch of vanilla, and because there's that little bit of vanilla in there, I added some vanilla bean sugar, which is from a local spice shop that we have here in town that my boss got me for Christmas, and I love it because it's a touch of sweetness, but it amps up the vanilla a lot, which I absolutely love. So I've got my tea, so let's go over my calendar real quick. So like I said, I backed this on Kickstarter. I'll try to find a link for them and put it down below. But so it's Quest Calendars. So I am a tabletop gamer nerd, and I haven't been able to play in a while. We used to play online a couple years ago, but then things got busy. Our GM had a baby and life got hectic, and then the COVID happened and everything like that. So we just kind of put things on pause. But this year is 2022, The Gates of Terralon. This is the first year I've gotten it. I'm super excited. I did get like the deluxe or the special edition or bonus things. So what it is it's a daily calendar. So here's this weekend's. So this was the first and the second, which is just a little welcome blurb that says go over the rules and then a thank you and just welcome to the game kind of a thing. So we'll go over, today is Monday, January 3rd. So we'll flip the page here in a second. So they also offered an option, because on some of these on the back is your character sheet, but they also had like a booklet, and it's like laminated, and then it came with erasable markers. So you can keep your character sheet that way too. So like there's inventory, and then here are the character sheets. But what's cool is like when you level up, they have all the different level ups already here. So I got that because when I play games, I just don't go basic. I go all out. And then we have our, like I said, they have erasable markers, blue and red. And then I just absolutely had to get their little set of dice that came with the game. Look at how tiny this dice bag is. I'm going to completely nerd out here. But these are the cutest little dice. Look at this. This is just the tiniest little D20. Oh my gosh. Okay, focus camera. Let me cover my face. I don't know. I can't tell if it did it, but so yeah, it's got all of these tiny little dice. They're so little. They're so cute. They're really pretty, like a see-through kind of turquoisey color. I can get it in the light over here. But yeah, I can't wait to use these. These are so cute. Like here's the tip of the marker, and it's just slightly larger diameter. There we go. But yeah, I can't wait to use these. They're super cute. This is the full 7 polyhedral set. I'll just kind of go over it if you don't really know RPGs. So we got our D20, 20-sided die. We've got our D12, so 12-sided, D8, 8-sided. We got our normal D6, 6-sided die. Everybody should know those. We got what I like to call our caltrop dice. This is our D4. And then we've got our D10, which is a 10-side, and our percentile. So if you're doing 100s. So there we go. We got our 7-set dice set. I'm super excited to see what's going on. I know that the first little part of the calendar is like a prologue, so you can learn how to play the game. They also have an option where you can build a custom character instead of doing one of their like pre-made characters, but they haven't posted all the information for how that's going to work for this year's calendar, but that's because they still have a little bit of time to fine tune everything. So I'll go ahead and flip the page here. So we are on Monday, January 3rd, or Moon's Day, and Winterwary the 3rd. And so today we get the character sheet, it looks like, for Commander Royce Barrington. So he's pretty cool looking. Let's see. He is the leader of an army, crucial against the war against the demon spawn that threatens the world. So he sounds kind of like a paladin or a cleric type of warrior. My oath will be tested today. So he's sworn an oath to obey and protect his majesty and will honor this oath until death. All right, and then it says on the back of this page, you will find a character sheet containing abilities. Spend time today getting familiar with them. You will fill in the stats and skills over the next 2 days. So like I said, we're kind of in the beginning of the year. We're going to learn how things go. Here's just kind of what his character sheet looks like on the back of the page. So that'll be fun. It looks like he has some equipment and lube. The first 2 days we're kind of going over the instructions, which are the first pages before the calendar starts. And then they're also the first couple pages in this spiral bound book. I don't think that the commander's character sheet is in this book because it's for the prologue, so he's not one of the main characters that you use. I'm super excited to do it. So these first couple days probably won't be too much. I'm not sure how much I'll read of the story. I might just try to summarize so I don't spoil too much, unless you're also doing this calendar or want to learn more. But I will stop here and move on to my first update for the first book I'm going to read for 2022. See you soon. Okay, so I am here for the first clip of the vlog. I already did my intro, which you just saw, but this weekend I have not read anything since New Year's Eve, so I'm going to try to figure out what I want to read next. Thankfully, my TBR, I don't have anything that I have to start reading until next weekend. I need to start reading the next books in the Kate Daniels readathon. So I kind of have some free reign here. I have my Avengers composition notebook that I keep track of all my readathon bingos and stuff in. Right now, I'm working on the first bingo board for Winter's Kiss. That's a 3-month reading challenge, I call it, instead of a readathon. It's hosted by Shelby Taggart Reads on Bookstagram. She has done one every season, the last few seasons here. I've started participating this summer. So I did the summer one, the fall one, and now I'm doing the winter one. So I have 17 out of the 25 prompts taken care of. I was thinking of continuing more in the Miles family series. So I know I have the second one, I think, is Forbidden Miles. But the prompts I have left are meant to read in 2021, starts with the letter N, new release, small town, cursive lettering on the cover, borrowed from the library or a friend, starts with the letter C, and published in 2021. I don't know if any of the Miles family is published in 2021. I don't think so, because she's been working on the Bailey's Brothers, and I think the first couple were written in 2020, but I'll have to double check that. I know they'll at least cover small town. And I don't know what the other ones are. I just kind of looked at what the next one is. I could also use them all for meant to read in 2021 because I read the Bailey's Brothers in 2021 and have been wanting to start the Miles family. So at least I can get book 2 and maybe Cooper's book done. And that will cover 2 more prompts. And then I only have a few more left after that. So we'll see if that's what I pick up. I just got out of the shower. It's almost 9 o'clock on Sunday, which is my bedtime. So I'm right about perfect. I'll have to try to do the Swoon Awards. I like to wait until it actually hits January in case I pick up a book at the end of the year that might count for some of the Swoon Awards, especially if it's a new release. I got my tea. Tonight I'm drinking Tea Cane Organics Sleep and Dream. It's a tea that my boss got me a couple of years ago. It's a herbal blend of lemon balm, lavender blossoms, and peppermint, I believe. And I'm using tonight. Got it here in my Cats Like Obedient People mug. This is one of my favorite mugs that I found at Big Lots a couple of years ago. But I'm super excited. I love lemon balm, which is why my boss got it for me. I discovered it a few years ago reading a historical romance. And one of the heroes in it had headache issues. I want to say it might have even been an Elisa Braden near the end of her Rescued from Ruin series. I know it was an indie historical romance, but he had headache and migraine issues, and so he used to drink a lot of lemon balm. So I looked into lemon balm for calming effects, and a lot of the nighttime, sleepy time kind of blends, I like to have lemon balm. And I have a couple different blends from Adagio that have lemon balm as well, but when my boss found this one, I love it. I'm a big fan of lavender and tea. I'm a big fan of peppermint tea. And I'm a big fan of lemon balm. So this is perfect for me. So I'm going to drink this. And I think I'm going to start Forbidden Miles. Yeah, I'm going to start Forbidden Miles. And we'll see how far I get tonight. Depending on how far I get, I'll either update you later tonight or I'll try to do it first thing in the morning when I'm up and go from there. Otherwise, have a good night. Okay, so I just wanted to do a quick update before Cheese and I. Hey, say hi to everybody. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Cheese and I are just getting ready for bed. I wanted to do a quick update. I've been waiting for my laundry here And now that that's done, I figured I would update before I get too much farther. It's already almost 11 o'clock, which is super late for me. But so I am 66% through, so I'm on chapter 25 of Forbidden Miles by Claire Kingsley. This is book 2 in the Miles family series. This is so good. I'm loving it. I'm really hoping that there's not going to be like the stereotypical third act conflict. One thing I really loved about her Bailey's Brothers series, which is a spinoff of this, and later, like her more recent series, is they don't have normal third act conflicts. They just, I mean, some of the books don't even have really a third act conflict, so to speak. So that's really enjoyable. So I'm hoping this one kind of follows in the same vein. So we've got Chase, who is best friends to Cooper, who is one of the 3 Miles brothers, and they've been best friends since they were, I think, 5 years old. And then we've got Bryn, who's the youngest Miles child, the only full-blooded Miles daughter. We met Grace at the end of the first book, who is the heroine in books 1 and 2 of the Bailey's Brothers. So she is half siblings to them and kind of becoming a part of the family in the peripheral here. We haven't seen too much of her, but I'm really loving how, like, Chase is a playboy like Cooper, but once he sees Bryn in that different light and he starts to realize that she's it for him, that's it. He's like, you're it. I don't care if we're going too fast. I love you. Let's get married. I mean, he was proposing at like 50% in, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I'm really enjoying it. There's something just so comforting and relaxing and soothing about Claire Kingsley's writing, especially in these small town romances. I'm really enjoying it. If it wasn't so late, I'd probably finish it all tonight, but I don't know if I can stay up that late. I probably will at least read one more chapter here once I get in bed. I've just kind of been relaxing and waiting for laundry, so I'm sure I'll just read at least one more chapter to kind of help drift off to sleep, but I'm sure I'll finish it tomorrow. I don't know what the plan is quite yet for tomorrow, but I've got the Avalanche game. Go Avs. They're the Colorado NHL team here. I'm a big fan. So tomorrow night the game is on at 6:30. So I will be watching that. It's on ESPN Plus. And I prefer the regional hometown team, so to speak, like pregame, postgame, intermissions and stuff like that. So when it's on a national broadcast, I usually listen to the local radio broadcast because I love Connor McGahee's calls as well, and then I watch it. So tomorrow it'll be on ESPN Plus. The game doesn't start till 6:30, which means pregame starts at 6. So by the time I get home and put the trash out and all that jazz, I might have like half an hour-ish to read. So we'll see what kind of happens there. Now that I'm not crafting, though, I'll probably end up reading during intermissions and when they're not playing. Commercial breaks. That's what it's called, a commercial break. But yeah, so I should be able to finish Forbidden Miles at the very least tomorrow night, and then figure out what else I want to read for the rest of the week. I wanted this weekend, the 8th, I need to start my Kate Daniels books for the Kate Daniels read along. As far as I know, the live show is still next Friday, the 14th. So I need to check that. The way I don't really keep a strict TBR usually, but I do keep notes of like a few book clubs, like Rake Appreciation Society, hosted by Jen from the Book Refuge and Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life. I do the Smart Women Read Romance Patreon exclusive review. Those two I usually do every single month. Sometimes I do Historical Hellions or The Ravished by Romance and a couple other ones depending on what the choices are. We also have the Romance Takeover Readathon is next weekend. So I wanted to try to read the Rake Appreciation book next weekend during that. But anyway, this is way too much information. So what little specific T-Bear that I have, I use the Google To-Do List app so that it shows up on my calendar so I can be like, oh crap, I have to read this by this date. And then I can just check it off and then it just removes it from my calendar. So this month, so far, I just have the Rake Appreciation book, Smart Women Read Romance, and What We're Doing for Kate Daniels. I don't know off the top of my head what we're doing for Kate Daniels. I think we're on book 8. So if I remember correctly, it's book 8, 8.5, and then book 9. Because next month is book 10. And we finish Kate Daniels. And I can't believe that. But then I think we're going to start the spin-off series in March, I think was the plan. But we'll have to see what happens at the next couple live shows. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick update on Forbidden Miles. I'm loving it. As long as nothing too funky or they don't have a really weird split up for some reason or the wedding planning falls through or... I mean, they're moving at a good pace. We had a little bit of a time jump once they started dating. But I'm okay with that because her family was causing issues. So I liked that we were kind of able to jump over some of that and just kind of focus on the happy moments. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I will be back. If I finish it tonight, I might update in the morning before work if I wake up in time. But for sure, I will update you tomorrow. So have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 4th. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm here at work and I'm upstairs, so excuse the bad lighting. We're up in the upstairs like little apartment area. And I am going through old boxes of paperwork. The owner retired at the beginning of the month and sold the business to a big corporation. It was just a small business where it was just me and him practically running everything. But anyway, I found out yesterday, on Monday, that I will not be moving forward with the company. So I have to go through all this old paperwork, figure out what we have to keep. But since I'm upstairs and I'm all alone in the office today, I figured I'd do a quick update. So last night I did end up finishing Forbidden Miles. I stayed up way too late, way past my bedtime, but I just couldn't put it down. I'm going to give it 5 stars. I did wish that the third act conflict wasn't, and it didn't go on very long, and I love that they immediately were like when Bryn was upset and wouldn't talk to him and needed a moment to calm down, it was more her family that pushed Chase away to make her calm down, not her telling him that she needed a minute to calm down. But I loved that Chase immediately went to the person that caused the issue to figure out what was happening, and then he immediately went back to Bryn to be like, no, I talked to her, I figured out what was said because you wouldn't talk to me, kind of a thing. So I liked that it was taken care of super quick. What I didn't like was how this other woman was portrayed, other woman, so to speak. So I wish that the conflict, like, it didn't need that conflict. I would have been happy to just be smooth sailing, or just have the conflict, so to speak, be her dad coming back during the day of the wedding. I would have been happy for that, and then just have everybody bond together over that. We didn't need the other ex-girlfriend, not even girlfriend's problems. But anyway, I still loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It's only Tuesday. It feels like it's Thursday. This week has been super long, so I am going to probably tonight pick up Reckless Miles. I'm super excited. This is Cooper's book, and the Smart Women Read Romance did a podcast on this, so I kind of already know what's going on, but I'm super excited for Cooper. I love him. He's such a goofball, and yeah, so I'll probably update once I'm home. Like I mentioned in my clip last night, the Avs play tonight, which is the Colorado hockey team here. So that's on at 6:30, so I'll probably be watching that, but I might have a little bit of time to read before then, so I'll probably be starting Reckless Miles. I haven't quite decided which prompt I'm going to use Forbidden Miles for on Winter's Kiss yet, but I'm thinking I'll probably just do either the Meant to Read in 2021 or Small Town. A lot of them are fairly easy to hit at this point, except for the ones that are super specific. So I'll probably just, I don't think it hit any of the super specific prompts I have left, so I'll just probably do that. But anyway, I just wanted to give a quick update, so at least there's a little bit of change of scenery since I'm at work, and I won't be at this work for very much longer. So I thought might as well give an update real quick. So I will see you later this afternoon once I am home. Bye. Okay, so I recorded a couple clips earlier tonight, right after the game ended. The Avalanche won in overtime, which was super fun, but I hate overtime. But when I was checking my clips here before I went to bed, the audio was not there. So I don't know what happened if I didn't have my mic plugged in all the way, but you know, newbie things that happen for fun. So I'm just gonna kind of quickly try to record those two clips here. One of them was just kind of letting you know what I did tonight. So I was going to try to read Reckless Miles and start Reckless Miles during the game. And I ended up kind of working on, I needed to work on some planner stuff and get some of the books that are coming out this year down on my list. I plan on this year for my blog and maybe even videos doing kind of quarterly releases that I have my eyes on. So I just wanted to get those in my planner, as well as the books that I had pre-ordered. I wanted to mark them in my planner as well, so I kind of knew what I had that was interested or is coming in ebook form, and then what I physically pre-ordered as well. I also looked at my kind of TBR this weekend. I've mentioned it a couple times. I need to read the next books for the Kate Daniels read along that's being hosted by Steph from Novelty Corner, Heather from Hia Booktubes, and Megan, who's Meowth Vader. And so this week, or this month, the plan is to read book 8 and 9 in Kate Daniels, and then the novella 8.5, which I think based on the picture is Julie, Kate and Curran's daughter, and I think Derek novella. So I haven't looked too much into blurbs and stuff since I started reading Kate Daniels. I know a little bit from just Jess and Read Romance talking about the series, and my sister's also read it and is a big fan of Alona Andrews. So I know like bits and pieces here. So I think it's Julie and Derek, but I'm super excited to get to those this weekend. And then I wanted to kind of look and see what I had. You'll see in my B-roll clip, I was also working on my romance takeover readathon bingo board and some ideal lists. I plan on posting my TBR/ideal list this Thursday is when I have it scheduled, I believe. I can double check my planner here, but I think Thursday, which is before this would go up. Yep, I've got it set for Thursday. So I wanted to put that together, and then on Thursday, I'll probably post on Instagram what my bingo board will be. I know for sure during that one, I want to read the Rake Appreciation Society book for this month, because that'll cover a bunch of the prompts, and I didn't even think of that when I put together the bingo board. But I'm super excited for that. So hopefully I won't have too many plans next weekend, and I can just focus on reading. I also wanted to kind of update, and I did decide to do Forbidden Miles as the Winter's Kiss Board 1 prompt meant to read in 2021. So, and then I kind of planned out the rest of the series and figured out what other prompts I needed to fill, which were only 2 or 3, to finish out Board 1 after I got through my TBR books. So there was that. And then the second clip was doing my calendar. Let's see here. So I pulled it all over here. I pulled it all back out, even though I'm in my PJs now and just kind of sitting on my bed. So excuse the messy room. I pretty much live out of my bedroom, so I have way too much stuff in here than should be in here. But anyway, so the calendar once again is Quest Calendar 2022, The Gates of Terralon. So yesterday we got our first page of the calendar, or day of the calendar, that wasn't just kind of going over rules and stuff. So yesterday we got our prologue character, Commander Royce Barrington. So today I'm going to just kind of read through what today's calendar says. In this world, it's Truce Day in Winterwary 4th. Alrighty, so I will just do my calendar real quick and then we'll go from there. So, Commander, today you have the privilege of leading my greatest army to triumph. This victory will finally destroy the world of demons with our latest weapon, the Zenith Bomb. The gate to the infernal plane will crumble, and its anchor to other worlds will be eliminated. Demonic influence will no longer plague the existence and purity of life. This task is the highest honor one could bestow. Your name will forever be remembered. Allah Zadar, the God of Law himself, will welcome you to his side. He will be pleased at our actions here today, for we will finally correct his greatest mistake and crush our vile foes. So I believe that this is the words of the great High King Marek Volgar, which we kind of saw in our blurb here about Commander Royce. So just as a little refresher, even though it's longer for me than it is for you, Commander Royce has served the great High King for the last 20 years. He's sworn an oath to obey and protect his majesty and honor this oath until death. He's the commander leading his army on the most noble of missions against the demon spawns that threatens the world. So that was the little blurb for today. And then at the bottom, there is like a little text box with different font. And that's what we're supposed to do. It's kind of blurry, but I don't know how much of the words, even though I'm reading it to you. But I don't want to get in too much trouble. I don't know if this is a lot or not, but we're just going to go with it because I'm excited. So today was to set our character trait modifiers. So the 6 traits are strength, dexterity, constitution, intellect, wisdom, and charisma. So or I guess they call it, charisma. For a second, I thought it said charm. But yeah, so the stereotypical 6 traits that you get in most tabletop RPGs, they went ahead and had you roll a d4. So I'll go ahead and do this. So I rolled my really tiny d4. If I can get him to... Are you gonna refocus? I don't know. I was able to get it to focus earlier, but maybe I'll put it here. There we go. At least for a little bit. There we go. It doesn't want to. But yeah, so I rolled my tiny little d4. In the clip that had no audio, I was kind of geeking and nerding out because it's been a while since I've rolled like dice. Like I played board games over Christmas weekend with my brother and his girlfriend, and we rolled dice, but it's different when you're doing it for like a tabletop RPG and not just board games, or at least it is to me. So that was super excited, even though it was only tiny little d4s. So we got our stats set, and I went ahead and filled them out on the back of our sheet, which is also our character sheet here. So I'll just kind of run through them here. We got a 2 for strength, a 3 for dexterity, 2 for constitution, 4 for intelligence, so we're super smart, 1 for wisdom, so not very wise, and 2 for charisma. So that was all that we had to do today for the calendar. I'm super excited to kind of see how things progress once we get the hang of the rules. I know that they make these also for people who might not play tabletop RPGs all that often, so this is super fun. And I'm excited. I'm sure once we get past the prologue and the character setup and all of that, that we'll start having like real fun adventures and things like that. So I can't wait. But so far, even though it was just rolling little d4 for our dice or for our stats, I'm having a lot of fun. So I'm super enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying nerding out with this with me too. There we go. And I'm just going to keep doing it because if you can't tell, if I like something, I tend to become a fan 1,000%. So tonight I'm going to start Reckless Miles. I'm waiting for my laundry to finish in the dryer. So I've got about half an hour, 45-ish minutes before that's done. I'm listening to the post game show on the radio for the Avalanche. It's called Between the Pipes, and it's by a couple of the Avs fans that also work for the radio station here, so Avs fans can call and text in and talk about the game. And I always love listening to them, and it's always a super fun way to get your frustrations out or celebrate, and because it's not just people talking about stuff on the radio and interviews and stuff like that. It's like fans talking about fan things, and it's super fun. I love hockey. I go all out for it. So I'm glad we won, even though it was in overtime. I hate overtime, but I'm glad we won. It's been a fairly good evening. Not too much happened. Also, I just want to mention in the B-roll clip earlier, I did show tonight's tea. I had the Bigelow vanilla chai, which is one of my favorite chais ever, and then I added some of that vanilla bean sugar to it. And then I also went ahead and pulled out that Bengal spice that I had last night that I was talking about, so you guys could see the box if you were interested in it and what the ingredients were. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here and head to bed, and depending on how much I read, I might update you in the future. But otherwise, have a good night. Okay, so I had to pop back on real quick because I got everything all ready, and I'm in bed, and I just opened up Reckless Miles, and I just have to read the dedication because it just makes me love Claire Kingsley even more. So it says, "To Cooper, your book is done. Will you be quiet now, please? Thanks." I just love it. I love Claire Kingsley. I love Cooper. I'm super excited for this, and I hope it really lives up to the hype. I might have mentioned in one of my earlier clips, but Smart Women Read Romance did a clip on this, or did a podcast, not a clip, did a podcast on this. So this is book 3, Miles Family, Reckless Miles by Claire Kingsley. And I can't wait to actually start reading it. But I just had to share that dedication because I absolutely loved it. And that just shows the care and thought that Claire puts into her characters, especially Cooper, because he is a one-of-a-kind goofball. So I can't wait. I just had to pop on real quick and just add my thoughts real quick. So we'll see how far I get tonight. But hopefully I'll be able to get better sleep tonight and won't stay up as late, but I will get in touch tomorrow. So have a good evening. Bye. Hello. So it is Wednesday. It is 5:35. I got home not too long ago here. And as you just saw from the little bit of B clip I just did, we have more snow, which I enjoy the snow and we need the snow, but I hate it when it happens during the week because I hate driving in the snow. I just get all squeaked out and don't enjoy it. I can do it because I born and raised in Colorado, so I know how to drive in the snow. I just don't like to do it. But so excuse the no mic. I'm sure my sound's probably not that good, but I wanted to do a quick update while I get ready in the garage. I'm going to try to pre-shovel what I can so that tomorrow morning, hopefully there's not too much. So then when I just have to kind of get up and go to work, it won't be too bad, or if I don't get to it right away, if I don't have time to get to it in the morning, I don't know if I'll be able to wake up early enough to shovel snow in the morning before I go to work. But anyway, I just wanted to do a quick update. You saw a B clip that I took when I was leaving work. That it was like we knew it was snowing, and we kind of got blizzard warnings because we're supposed to get gusts tonight of like 55 miles an hour at max. So that'll be super fun. But we're supposed to get another 2 to 6 inches is what I last saw. So yay, we haven't had any snow, and we need it. But anyway, I just wanted to do, like I said, a quick update while I get bundled up here. So last night I actually didn't end up starting Reckless Miles. I know I took a clip that is me getting all excited because I read the dedication. I think, yeah, I read the dedication, and I was super excited to do it. But as you probably know from some of my earlier clips, I'm a big board game geek, and there's a board game that came out not too long ago called Maracaibo. I'll put a picture of it up over here, and it's like a pirate-based kind of game. But what really intrigued me the most about it is the gameplay mechanics is based off of Mancala, which I absolutely love. Mancala is that wooden game with the little like depressions, and then you move your marbles or your stones from space to space and collect as many as you can. So I thought that was super cool. So recently they released, the light went out on me here. They released the app version. So I immediately got that because I haven't bought the physical copy of the game yet. It's just kind of been on my list, and I know they have like a solo mode, but I have a lot of games, so I kind of stopped from buying so many games last year or during the pandemic. I guess that's 2 years ago now, technically. But so I've been playing that, but because it's a new release, I had a bug where I wasn't able to see all of my ship upgrades on one of the screens, so I've been emailing back and forth with the feedback customer service people to figure out what's going on with my phone. And so last night they were like, hey, we fixed the bug, can you please check your game right away, make sure that you have this version and whatnot. So I ended up pulling up the game to check it for them, and it worked. The bug fixed. I can play the game 100%. But then I stayed up till after midnight playing a couple levels of the campaign. So I ended up not reading. Tonight's planned. It's Wednesday. I'm going to do my calendar a little bit later. I've got to feed the cat. I brought my trash bins in. I'm going to go out and try to pre-shovel what I can. And then I need to take a shower, but now I'm going to want to take a shower because right now it's like 9 degrees outside. So I'm definitely going to want to take a shower to warm up once I'm done shoveling. So I'll probably come back and update once I actually start Reckless Miles. I'll probably do my calendar first. So you'll see me hopefully soon. Maybe clean, maybe just sweaty from shoveling. I don't know what my plan is, but pretty soon here you'll see a clip and I will do my calendar for today, and then I will probably start reading Reckless Miles pretty shortly after that, and depending on how far I get, I might do another clip tonight. But like I said, I just wanted to do a quick update since I haven't done anything today. So yeah, I'm going to go shovel. Yay! Okay, so it is just after 7:30 Wednesday night. I'm in, the cat's been fed dinner. I've got the dishes done, the dishwasher ready to go overnight. I got my shower done. I used a nice shower steamer. A lot of my Bath and Body products I get from Fortune Cookie Soap, which is a small company in Oklahoma that do handcrafted. They do like candles and wax stuff. They also do any type of like lotions and creams to now they're doing face cleaners, shampoo, conditioner, anything kind of like bath and body that you can scent. They do like car diffusers. They run the whole gamut of a lot of cool stuff. But tonight I did the hot apple toddy, which is scented with aged bourbon, green apples, cinnamon, clove buds, vanilla. There might or might not be vanilla in there. A hint of lemon and something else. I don't remember, but it smells really good. Their shower steamers are fairly big. They're like that big, and it usually lasts me 2 or 3 showers depending on how long I take. I usually don't take that long of showers. Like a 15-minute shower is very long for me, and that's with doing the whole face and hair mask and sugar scrubs and all that. And that's usually a long shower for me. But anyway, so I did that, which was nice and relaxing. It's a way for me to use aromatherapy without a bath. The house that I'm renting, my landlord's mother owned it. And so when she got elderly, they took out the bath and they put in like a shower that has a couple little seats and little bars around. So that's the only thing that I don't like about this house is I don't have a bathtub. I miss taking baths. But with the shower steamers, I can at least get a little bit of the aromatherapy and bath feel, but in a shower time. So I've got that. I've got my tea. It's behind me here. I will try not to knock things over. So tonight I'm drinking Twinings. I've got my really pretty, gorgeous zebra mug. I got this at Big Lots. If you have a Big Lots near you and you don't go there very often, step in there every once in a while. I usually hit them once a year around Christmas time because I always find super unique like stocking stuffers and gifts there. I find a lot of my favorite and super unique mugs from them. yeah, so definitely check them out because they have different brands and different styles than a lot of the normal, like Target, Walmart, Kohl's, those kinds of places. So definitely check out Big Lots. A lot of my favorite mugs came from there, and a lot of my favorite mugs that I've gifted have came from there. So I've got that tonight. I'm drinking Twinnings. I'm doing one of their holiday teas. They have, I think, 4 different teas that usually come out in the holidays. I don't know the names of all of them. I've tried them all, but they have like 4 colored boxes. They've got the blue box, the green box, the red box, and then like a pale white yellow box. The blue box is my favorite. My second favorite is the yellow, and that's what I'm drinking tonight. And it's peppermint cheer, and it's got peppermint, natural mint flavor, and then vanilla. I usually super steep my teas super strong. So I've got my tea, my nice peppermint tea. It's caffeine-free herbal tea, so I can spend the rest of the night drinking that. So let's go ahead and do the calendar real quick, and then we will go on from there, since I've already rambled on for like 4 minutes. Okay, so just as a little rebriefer, at least for me, we are Commander Royce Barrington, and last night, so yesterday, we kind of got the intro to a quest that the king is going to be sending us on. So there's yesterday, so we will peel this off. We haven't quite gotten to this yet, and it's mentioned in the rules, but you always want to keep at least the previous days until you can kind of see what's on it. A lot of the times, and I see that we'll be dealing with that today. So like today's, what we're doing for the quest, or what we're doing for our character today, will have stats or references and like the game rules and stats that we need to use on the back of the previous day. So we've got a whole bunch of list of stuff on the back from yesterday. So let's see what today is. So Wednesday, January 5th. In this world, it is Wednesday, so W-I-N-D-S, and then we're in Winterwary. So Winterwary the 5th, and then it says it's the 12th night on the bottom. The artwork is super gorgeous here, but I'll read what we're doing today. You leave the throne room of High King Merrick Volgar and head to the armory to prepare for your mission. You find your weapon rack and look over all of the trusted blades and shields that have brought you to victories in previous battles. You ponder which tool might better suit you this final time. This final time. Okay, that's a little... Ooh. Wow. I don't want our character to die. I hope that's not the plan, but I know they said in death we can fulfill our oath or gain glory or whatever. Okay, so like I've mentioned before, we'll go ahead and I'll show you. This is the gorgeous artwork. I love the artwork that they have in here. And then up here, so this really pretty like cursive style font. Let's see if I can get it to zoom a little bit or to refresh. There we go. So this pretty font is usually what I'm reading that has like dialogue and what we're doing for the quest, which is super fun. And then in the bottom, or at least on the bottom today, they've got this like normal style font in bold that's outlined in a box. That's more the like statistics or what we're physically doing to run our character. So today it says choose your weapons, write in their stats on your character sheet. So we've got quite a few options. So longsword plus shield, mace plus shield, flail plus shield, spear plus shield, axe plus shield. Then we've got greatsword, double swords, quarterstaff, warhammer, great axe, and daggers. And then at the bottom it says stats are on the resolution page. So that's the day before. So we will pull out of those. So this says choose your weapons and write their stats on your character sheet. So since we're like a paladin fighter, full armor type dude, I think I'm definitely wanting to go with like the stereotypical sword. Now the question is, do we want a shield? We could do the long sword plus the shield, or we can do the great sword, or we can double wield 2 short swords. I don't think I want to do the short swords, the double swords. So I think, do we want to do a shield? I don't know. This is our final mission, and we're supposed to die, I guess, or ascend, or whatever will happen. Final time is kind of scary. Even though this is our prologue character, I don't want to die. Oh. All right, you know what? Might as well. It's a prologue. Let's go balls to the walls. We'll do no shield. We'll go for the greatsword. We'll double hand a greatsword. So now I will go over to my fourth. So we've got our greatsword. Okay, so all right. I guess I probably could have looked at stats to help me choose, but I at least somewhat know from playing D&D and Pathfinder and everything. I kind of know power dynamics and things like that. Okay, so greatsword. So our attack is a +3. So we'll get that down. And I'm going to put under weapon, I'm going to say it is a great sword. And then our defense is 12. Not bad, not bad. The shield ones are 15 or 16, so that's not too big of a difference. But our damage is the highest, a D12. So that's awesome. So we might take a lot of damage, but we'll deal a lot back. So that is all that we have to do today for our character. So another simple, easy day. We're just kind of getting our character built and put together. I don't really want to look ahead too far, but hopefully after the next couple days, if I look at our character sheet, that looks like all of the stats that we have to fill out, because we've already been told it's printed on here that our hit points. Let's see if I can. So our hit points are 30, and it already gave us some special abilities and then a couple little pieces of equipment. We've got 1 meal ration and 1 health potion. So hopefully after the next, maybe tomorrow or the day after, we'll start to kind of see how the adventuring goes with this calendar. I didn't show it today, but I might as well show it again. It is Quest Calendars 2022, The Gates of Terralon. Try to get the glare off of it. Super cool artwork. And then this is made, I don't think I said, by Sundial Games. And it says 313 pages with weekends combined on a single page. This calendar contains a game meant to be played with a set of 7 polyhedral RPG dice, which I showed you guys before. I bought the deluxe copy or add-ons or whatever through Kickstarter and got the super cute little tiny dice, but we didn't need those today. I didn't even think to read what it says on the back of the box. So that'll probably be what we need to know after the prologue. But so the quest is the Gates of Terralon, like I said. It says years of war and turmoil caused by the gods to separate their worlds, or caused the gods to separate their worlds from one another. This did not stop the fighting. The demons were dealt a devastating blow when their gate was destroyed. The consequences were unexpected. Now demons pour forth and spill into other worlds, wreaking havoc across existence. Elsewhere in Terralon, the King's Festival approaches. Many come from afar to compete in the yearly tournament. The title of Lord or Lady and the riches and land which accompany said title can be won in this competition. Even the poorest commoners have a chance at glory. Will you compete in the tournament at the King's Festival and earn the title of Lord or Lady? Can you stop the demon invasion and prevent the collapse of all worlds? Whoa. That's kind of a heavy adventure. I mean, it'll take most of the year. I don't know how long the prologue is. I know I'm just going to kind of flip through here to see. Because I know that we have okay, so I see character sheets. And I know that these are the character sheets because they are the same ones that came in the book I showed on the first day in here. And so I've got all of the character sheets in here. So, and I kind of glanced through them, but also during the Kickstarter, they announced characters. And if I remember correctly, we voted for some of the things or some of the backstory information on each of them. So it looks like I see the first character sheet after Tuesday, January 18th. So it looks like we'll be playing through the prologue through January 18th. So we've got 13 days, so just a little under 2 weeks to play through the prologue, and then I think we'll choose our character and actually start the bulk of the quest. Which isn't bad. 2.5 weeks, 18 days for a prologue out of 365. That's not too bad at all. I'm super excited to see once we get into the meat of it how it goes. Oop. And let me just rub against my mic here with my calendar. But yeah, I'm having fun already. I'm enjoying the way that the writing has set up. And even though we've only gotten a little bit at a time, I'm sure once we get through the prologue and once we get kind of through the introductory session, if they even have that, once we get our real characters for the year, things will be a lot more exciting. But I'm still excited for what little bit we do have. So that's the calendar for today, January 5th. We'll do tomorrow. I've been kind of tossing and turning on thinking of how I want to do my vlogs. I'm thinking I'm either going to do like Saturday through Friday and then post them on Monday, or I'll do like Sunday through Saturday. Most of my reading is done on the weekends though, so I feel like I want to either go through a weekend and end on Sunday night, or go through like a Friday and then start on Saturday. And then whatever day I choose to do, I'll probably either post if I go through Sunday, I'll probably post like Tuesday, so I give myself some time to edit and whatnot. Or if I'm ending like on a Friday, maybe I'll post it like Sunday into Monday. So I haven't quite decided that yet. I know with readathons and things that might change up how I'm doing it, but since I started this, technically I started this on the 1st, but I didn't read anything on the 1st, so I didn't really have any clips to film outside of shoveling snow. So technically my first clip was on Sunday the 2nd. So maybe I'll just do Friday. I should make a decision. All right, Friday. I've made the decision. We're doing this as I go along here. So Friday, I'll end the vlog Friday night, and then that'll give me the weekend to edit and kind of figure out how I want to do logos and if I want to do music and things like that. Hopefully they won't be too long, but considering I like to watch long vlogs and I tend to ramble and I'm not doing more than just doing books, I'm doing my calendar and just normal life stuff, these will probably be on the longer end, but I'll enjoy watching longer vlogs. I feel like you can get to know whoever you're watching better and you get to see lots of little pieces. So I'm excited to be doing this. I hope you're enjoying watching me ramble. Alrighty, so it is almost 8 o'clock, so I've got about an hour to read before I go to bed, although usually I read for about an hour in bed. But Cheese is already in bed. You say hi? Hi, kitty bees. She's just like zonked to the world over there. She's like, what's going on? So I'm going to head to bed and I'm going to read, and I will, depending on how far I'm able to get in the next couple hours, I'll probably be able to get at least 30% through, if not more. I'm kind of flying through Claire Kingsley books right now. So I might do another update tonight, but we will see what happens. If not, have a good night, and I will see you soon. Bye. Got stood up there by Phillips. Fields into the end zone. Happy Thursday. It is just about 7:45 Thursday night. I was going to film a clip earlier before the game started. The Avalanche game is on right now. We're in the first intermission, tied 1-1. I hope we win. We're playing the Winnipeg Jets tonight. I left my beanie on because I got home and I shoveled snow and I've worn my beanie all day, so I probably have horrible beanie hair. So I figured I'd leave it on while I film because I'm sure my hair is an absolute wreck. We got more snow this morning, so when I got home I had to do more shoveling. And then I didn't do tea tonight. I did hot apple cider. It's just the typical hot apple cider you can find in the grocery store. Tonight I'm using my little kitty mug. It's got little kitty ears on it. And then there's also a little black paw print that's in the bottom. I think I got this at World Market. I have one in white, and then I have a black cat too, where the whiskers and everything are white. Yeah, because it's a black cat with white whiskers, and this is a white cat with black whiskers. But super cute. I super love it. I don't use this one all the time, even though it's a bigger mug, because sometimes the ears, because it also is super small on the top, and then the ears also kind of get in the way. But I was feeling the bigger mug, and I was feeling the kitty vibes. So I've been drinking my hot apple cider. It's kind of going cold. I was going to film the clip before the game started at 7. That didn't happen. I got a new SD card that's like 500 gigabytes because the one that I have right now, or the one that I had in here, is like 15. So I was like, I need more space. I can't believe that they make 500 gigabyte SD cards. It's been so long since I've looked for SD cards that kind of surprised me. But anyway, so I had to get my new SD card in so I could have more space for recording. And then while I was waiting for things to transfer over from my other SD card to the new one, I kind of sat back. And then, as you can see from the tiny little B-roll clip, the game started and Cheese was on my lap, and she just got off at about the end of the first period because I was screaming when we scored a goal. So I haven't read too much. I guess I'll do a book update first. I'm about a quarter of the way through this book here. Reckless Miles by Claire Kingsley. This is the third book in the Bailey's Brothers. I am loving it. It is even better than I could have hoped. I love Cooper. I love Amelia. They both tend to ramble on and talk a lot and jump from like topic to topic, or at least other people think jump from topic to topic. It never fails. Alexa, dismiss. She's always going off when I try to film. All right. I'll just leave that in there. I don't really care. All right. So I love the way that Amelia is like, no, our brains move faster. And I just love how connected they are. And yeah, they kind of have sex really quickly. But I also love that there's this sense between them that they know and they can feel that it's more. And I love that Cooper's like, no, this is going to be magic. And it is. And I'm just going to accept that it's magic and move on. So I'm really loving it. I can't wait to see what happens. I know from listening to the podcast and that Smart Women Read Romance did on it, that we're going to have some family issues on Amelia's end to deal with. And I remembered that she was left at the altar. I couldn't remember exactly why she was left at the altar. So I was like super surprised, and I'm going to spoil it a little bit, but it's like the first couple chapters. But Amelia, when we meet Amelia, she's getting ready for her wedding. Her family is like high society on the richer end of the cachet system. I don't know. Her parents are fairly well off. And so like there's trust funds and like those kind of rich people. And she's going to get married to like her neighbor or her parents' friends that she's known forever since they were little. I think his name was Griffin. And he doesn't show up her cousin's not showing up. Come to find out, her cousin, Portia, is live tweeting that she escaped, or ran away with the groom, Griffin, because they slept together the night before the wedding, and then they're running off to Vegas to get married. And she's live tweeting it, and it's like horrible, and her mom seems really horrible, although we don't know much. It seems like she's trying to kind of push Amelia into being a typical like society kind of person, even though she's not that at all, and not really understanding of who Amelia is as a person. So that'll be tough to read. Amelia's on the curvier side, which is always fun. But yeah, so I'm super enjoying it. Now that I don't have a cat in my lap, I'm probably going to try to finish folding my laundry during the rest of the game, but I definitely want to get to at least 50% tonight. I don't know how much time I'll feel like I want to be reading. I only read till like 9:30 last night because I could not handle it. And then I didn't have to go in right away at work this morning, so I was able to sleep in. So I naturally woke up at like 7:30. So that was a long night of sleep for me. But I slept a little better than I have lately. So that was nice. So I felt nice and refreshed this morning, and I could take my time going into work and not have to worry about driving through the snow as much. I could just take my time and relax, and it was nice. I'm happy tomorrow's Friday though. Tomorrow I did kind of use my boss today at work as a sounding board. I just basically talked at her, which is weird because I'm usually super quiet. So I don't know why I'm starting a vlog, but I'm very introverted. But unless I know you, or unless I'm trying to keep my mind occupied and not spiral on other things. So I was bouncing ideas off of her and told her, hey, I've been filming a vlog clip, because I've kind of been bouncing back and forth on actually doing this with her. And I was talking to her about it, and I decided that I am going to, if there's no readathons or anything, I'm going to do my vlogs from like Saturday to Fridays, and then I'll try to post them in the Sunday to Monday range, depending on how much editing and things like that. I don't want to go too heavy on editing. I just kind of want to do simple cuts and lighting and audio fixes, and then just kind of do Papa Book or Papa Bingo Board or whatever. So you'll probably see that. I don't want to go too super crazy or edity or artsy with it. I just kind of want to keep it simple and easy, and just kind of more like every day, because those are the vlogs. Like, I like the nice videos, and I'm like, they're so pretty. It's like Bookstagram. I don't go crazy with my Bookstagram. I'm just like something simple, a book related backdrop, or my bedspread if I have to. Like, I want to be able to do it for enjoyment and not feel like I have to be working at it. And obviously I want to improve, and I want to put nice videos out. But I'm now rambling, and I should probably stop. So yeah, anyway, let's do the quest while I have it. We're still on first intermission, so I want to kind of get this filmed before the second period starts. Okay, so I've got to move my cider here. It's sitting on top of stuff. So yesterday, just to kind of re-update everybody, yesterday we picked our armor and shield. I went with I chose the two-handed greatsword, so no shield for us. So we will see what is on the board for today. So we will flip it off. Okay. And there are, like I mentioned before, we do got some notes and stuff on the back, but I'm going to hold off on doing that. So Thursday, January 6th. Let's see here. So Thorns Day. Cool. It's got a really cool map. I'm really loving this artwork. Okay, so it says, travel to the Sun Temple. Now that you are geared up and ready for battle, you head out to join with the rest of His Majesty's army. They have marched ahead with the Zenith Bomb while you received your secret briefing from King Merrick Volgar. Now you journey on, lead the final battle. I'm guessing that's supposed to be now you journey on to lead the final battle. I was like, there's a word missing. So it looks like we've got Dawn Summit, which is where we are. And then there's 2 routes, one going through the Thorn Forest and one going to the Sun Temple. So there's the dotted lines there. Let's see if I can try to get it so it's not super shiny. There we go. So there's the 2 routes. Okay. There are 2 possible routes that lead to the Sun Temple, the location of the Divine Gate. So A, take the northern route, or B, take the southern route. So we will make a choice. And then it says to roll the d20 plus your wisdom. And then it's a reminder that we're a master survivalist. So let me pull up our character sheet. Here's our guy. Character sheets on the back. Okay. Abilities. Master Survivalist. So add +5 to all rolls to survive while traveling. So that's cool. So we'll get a +5. So we'll have a d20 plus our wisdom +5. And our wisdom is a +1. That's not one that we were good at. Okay. So I will pull yesterday's sheet and see what it says on the back. Okay, choose one to take. So we could go through the forest, or the southern one kind of goes along, it looks like a river or water source of some type. And it looks like it kind of goes through like a lowlands, maybe a plains. I don't know if it's quite desert, but I can see it as more kind of like a plains. So it doesn't really say too much. Forest, river, forest, river, forest, river, forest, river. I'm going to go through the forest. Why not? We'll stick on the northern end. So, A, take the northern route. Okay, so we got to roll our dice. Woohoo! I got to pull those out. I was not expecting to roll dice today. I thought we might do more like character stuff, but I guess they said only 2 days to set stuff up. So we got our dice out and we got our d20. Alrighty, we'll roll it. 7. Ooh. Could have been better. Could be better. So, okay, so we got our 7 plus our 5. So that's 12 plus the 1 from our wisdom. Oh boy. So we are at 13. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. The second to last option is if your result is between 13 and 19. Your travels are about what you expected. However, you attempted to hunt wild animals while traversing through the thorn forest, but were unsuccessful. Remove 2 rations from your inventory. If you do not have enough, reduce your health by 1 for each ration you do not have. My watch is going off here. So let's go back to our character sheet. All right, and we have 1 meal ration. It says consumed on use to prevent starvation, used when traveling when you can't find food or water. So we'll use 1 ration. And then we'll take 1 health off. So we'll take like 1 damage. Okay. And I guess that's it. So, yeah. Your travels are about what you expected. So I'm guessing we made it to the Sun Temple okay. I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow. So that wasn't too bad. 1 roll. Something happened. Thankfully, we didn't fail too horribly. Alrighty. So that's it for the calendar for today. I'm going to finish the game. The cat's asleep in her circle thing over there. So I'm going to try to finish folding my load of laundry and finish watching the game, and then depending on how far I get reading Reckless Miles, I'll do another update tonight. We shall see. I will see you later. Bye. Okay, so it is Friday. Yay, Friday. And it is January 7th. It's about 6:30. I just got home. I went to work, and then I had to go grocery shopping, so I just got my groceries all put away. I got a take and bake pizza, so that's in the oven right now. So I'm really tired. It's been a really long week. I will do a quick little fun thing. I do have a couple of books that I got for Christmas. I was thinking of doing like a book haul video because those are fun. But I did buy something today when I was at the store. I always walk through the book section to see if any of the new releases have come out that I didn't pre-order, especially the mass market paperbacks. I usually do my grocery shopping at Walmart just because it's like 2 minutes from my work, so I can hit it on the way home super easy. And last year, I think it was, I saw on a live show with Kerrigan Byrne, who's a great historical romance author. She said, somebody asked like the best place to buy books, and she was like, honestly, mass market, or mass market? No, not mass market. Big box stores. So like Walmart's, Target's, Safeways, places like that they do a lot, or they're a high percentage of what is ordered from publishers, or at least for traditionally published books. So I always try to, at least in the beginning of the month, see what new releases came out the previous month and buy anything that I didn't already have pre-ordered. Sometimes I even wait if I know it's going to be in the store, like Joanna Shoup or someone like that. I usually just wait and don't pre-order, and then I just pick it up at the store when I'm there doing my grocery shopping. I kind of got away from that though, because the person that updates, because it's like a third-party vendor, so whoever updates the books at my local Walmart hasn't been there on time. I'll wait till like Tuesday or Thursday to go in to give them time, because I tried to go in like release day, like Tuesday night after work a couple of times, and there was nothing there, but they had all the old books pulled, so they were ready for the new books. Anyway, my story is going on way too long, but so I kind of got away from getting books there. So I usually just try to get the books that I really absolutely know that I want to own. I pre-order them now, so I can get them usually shipped to me as same day release date, so I still get them in the mail on the same day. A lot of the times when I pre-order, I also get price guarantee, which is nice. But anyway, so this is the first time this month that I have stopped at the store. So I walked through the book aisle just to see. Half of the books are still missing, so either they're sold out or they just didn't get books that came out at the end of December. I don't know what happened, but I checked the like larger size trade size, and I found this, In Every Generation by, who is this? Ken Dare Blake. And what drew me was the Buffy logo. I am a huge Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan. I have all of the seasons of Buffy. I have all of the seasons of Angel. I own all of season 8 in comic book form, and I own the first couple issues of season 9, and then I stopped buying, and then I moved out of the city where I was buying them from, and then I couldn't find, because I was getting the library copy, or the library versions, I think. So it was like the bind up of like parts 1, 2, 3, and 4 of a story arc kind of a thing. And I have like the Tales of the Slayer hardcover bind up. I don't really usually buy hardcovers, but anyway, so I saw this. I had to flip it open. So I read it, and it's a new vampire slayer, and it's Willow's daughter, Frankie. And I was like, what? Okay, so and then I was like, okay, maybe I'll just get the ebook. It's hard book. I don't know. And then I love the back. It's just simply, into every generation a Slayer is born. The next generation starts now. And the logo. Oh, it just, I don't know about you, but in my head, I heard the theme song go off. So then I was like, okay, we'll see if the paperback has anything. And it doesn't have much. It's black. It's got pretty red in like the foil. And all it is just simply, it's hard to tell with the lighting in my kitchen, it's the Buffy logo. Just stamped, embossed, whatever it is, into it. And I love the simplicity of it. I love the bee from Buffy. I'm guessing this is probably going to be new adult, young adults kind of a thing. But it's Buffy. I had to buy it. I just had to buy it. And, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I don't know when I'll read it, but I definitely want to read it. I haven't read any Are they on season 10? I can't remember if season 10 is coming out now. I don't know. The last time I read Buffy comics was the last season 9, because I was waiting till I had them in physical form to read them. I wasn't reading them online or anything like that. So I'm a little behind. Anyway, if you were wondering, I am a Spike. I'm on the Buffy train 1,000%. I can't tell you how many times I think of that scene in the series finale of Buffy, when she tells Spike that she loves him, and he goes, "Oh, God." He says, "No, you don't, but thanks for saying that." Spike can do no friggin' wrong. Anyway, my watch is going off, so hold that thought. I'm going to pull my pizza out so it can rest, and I will be right back.
My goodness.
Okay. Okay, so my pizza's out. I get all the meats pizza or whatever it is. It's got a lot, as you can see. It's got pepperoni, sausage, like 2 different kinds of sausage, bacon, Canadian bacon, and some other kind of meat. I don't know. I'm a sucker for the meat pizzas. Okay, so that was my little rant about, oh my gosh, ow. Hardback books hurt. All right, so that was in every generation. I'll probably add it to the books I have set aside from Christmas that I want to do a book haul for, but I just had to gush a little bit about it. It's just so gorgeous. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so as for Reckless Miles, I have hardly read it. I am at like 40-something%. I did not read much last night. I ended up picking back up Maracaibo, that pirate board game, on my phone while I was listening to the post game show Between the Pipes on the radio last night, and then I was finishing, because the radio post game show is only like a half an hour, and then Between the Pipes starts. But sometimes the TV show will have extra interviews or they'll do extra stuff, so it's usually longer than half an hour. So I'll watch my post game show on the TV for like half an hour. I know, I'm telling you, if I'm a fan of something, I nerd out about it, and I have my routines for everything. But anyway, so I do that for like half an hour, and then I pause it, and then I turn the radio on, and then I'll keep watching the TV show until I hear them switch to In Between the Pipes. And then I'll pause that, listen to In Between the Pipes, and then I'll finish the post-game show. Usually I can get to the coach's interview, and then I do the post-game show on the radio, and then I can get through the coach's interview. Usually they do the next couple games and start times, and then the kind of closing thoughts and what we need to kind of think of for the next game. So the next Avalanche game is tomorrow, 5 o'clock, so 4:30 pregame show. The Broncos also play, but I am not looking forward to that game. I will probably just be reading and have it on in the background just for noise, and that starts at like 2 or 2:30. But there is a post-game show with the same radio company, Altitude Sports Radio, here in northern Colorado. And it's Andy Lindahl. And he used to be on the AM radio in like sports and Broncos channel. And then he ended up, I don't know if he got fired or he left, but whatever. Andy wasn't there anymore. And they lost a lot of the other people. They used to have like a Ray Crockett show too, who's a former Broncos player, and I loved that radio show as well. But once that show stopped and then Andy left, I kind of stopped listening to them, and then I was like, I'm going to try Altitude Sports. They cover all of the sports here in town, and I haven't gone back. There's 3 of the main shows. The morning show, I don't know why you need to know this, but we're just going to go there. The morning show is Mosier, Lombardi, and Kane. My absolute favorite. Mosier is the play-by-play voice for TV Avalanche games. Vic Lombardi has covered Broncos. He used to be on the news, which is a running gag. And he also does, like, he's either courtside or he's doing the pre, post, and intermission shows for the Denver Nuggets, which is the basketball team here. And then Brett Kane, who's just this radio sports guy from Nebraska, I think. But so I love them. There's very rarely a morning that I don't die laughing when I listen to them. The middle show is Harris, Hastings, and Dover. Harris is Ryan Harris, another former Broncos football player. He actually was on the Super Bowl 50 winning team, which is super fun. I think he was a defenseman, if I remember correctly. And then, so that's Harris. Hastings is Scott Hastings. He's a former Nuggets player. And then there's Dover, who plays like regional sports or recreational sports or something, and he's just like the normal radio guy. I like them. I like their show. I don't listen to them quite as religiously just because they're a little more on the intellectual side, and they're also like because Mosier Lombardi is from 7 to 10, and then they're from like 10 to 2, and then Andy Lindahl and Nate Kreckman are from 2 to 6. And I love their show, and they're the afternoon show, so I can usually listen to them a little bit easier. I usually listen to them on the drive home. And Andy, like I mentioned, does the Bronco post game shows where fans can call in and rant and all that. He was a sideline reporter for the Broncos for over 20 years. So they got a lot of fingers and a lot of sports pies here in Colorado. So I pretty much just listen to them for radio, and then I listen to podcasts, which is why I don't really listen to very many audiobooks, because I listen to my radio shows. I listen to Mosier, Lombardi, and Kane every single morning. I listen to the podcast version so I can like pause and don't miss anything and don't have to deal with commercials and all that. So that's 3 hours every morning at work. I listen to Mosier, Lombardi, and Kane. I usually listen to an hour or two of Lindahl and Kreckman on the way home. I usually listen to like half an hour on the way home, and then depending on what they're doing when I get home, I usually might pop it on my Alexa. But yeah, I don't know why I started going to all these sports things and why you need to know my radio listening habits. But there you go. Fun information about me. I am a huge nerd and also a huge sports fan. Oh, I was going over reading plans. Oh my God. My brain just sometimes is like, whoop. We used to make fun of, because like people have trains of thoughts. So in college, I remember one of my friends, we used to joke that I had a lot of different trains going on. I'm like a train stationed with like one of the crazy ones where there's like a billion of them that come into the hub. And then somebody was like, oh, did you know if you throw a mattress on train tracks, it'll stop the train, just a mattress. And then they started joking that I don't have train thoughts, I have mattresses. And because my thoughts will be on a train and then there'll be a mattress and I'm somewhere else. So that was a big running gag in college with my friends and I, that I don't have trains of thoughts, I have mattresses. But anyway, so back to before I started going off my radio. So the Avs play tomorrow, Broncos play tomorrow. Otherwise than that, I know Jen has a fated friend hangout on Sunday. I'm usually end up cooking and just kind of watch it and try to chat live. I'm going to try to do my cooking for the week before that because I believe it's in the afternoon. So other than that, I did laundry. I didn't do laundry over New Year's Eve weekend. So I did it Monday and Tuesday night this week. So I think the only laundry I'll have to do is I want to do my bed sheets because I do those every couple of weeks. So other than that, I don't think I have anything else I really need to do. I'm going to put together this first vlog, edit it, get it ready to post. And then I also need to film at least my next subgenre favorites of 2021. I've already filmed my contemporary romance one, so I need to kind of finish editing that and make sure it is how I want it. I think next I'm going to film my historical one and try to figure out what my historical 2021 is. I did brackets this year, and so I need to do that, and then I have a third bracket which I may or may not film this weekend. It kind of depends on what happens. And that one is fantasy, paranormal, and sci-fi. I combine those three subgenres together for my third bracket. So I have those planned on top of reading. I know TBR wise, I need to start read my Kate Daniels books, but I'm hoping to circle back to where I originally started, to finish Reckless Miles. I'm hoping I can, if not finish it tonight, get through most of it tonight and finish it off tomorrow morning. Tonight I was going to end the reading vlog and then start Saturday morning nice and fresh with my new clip. So we'll see what happens. Once I hit like the 50-60% mark, I'll probably pop back in and update. There's not too much different that's going on. I love Cooper and I love Amelia together. I still don't think Cooper knows her name. He just is calling her Cookie, so I don't even know if he knows her name as Amelia at this point. He just kind of called her Cookie from get-go. But it's super cute and I'm loving them together. And I'm just, Cooper is just, what is it about Claire Kingsley and book 3? Book 3, Unraveling Him, and her Bailey's Brothers series is amazing and almost won my best contemporary romance of 2021. Book 3 of Miles Family is what I'm reading right now, Reckless Miles. And it is just upping the ante of the amazingness that was the first 2 books. So apparently Claire Kingsley hits her stride at book 3. Speaking of, I don't want to keep rambling too much, but she sent out a newsletter today, just kind of wrapping up her 2021. And oh my gosh, I was tearing up reading it. She talked a little bit about how hard of a year it's been with her husband passing in June, and just how, you know, she's muddling through, and she's thankful for the support of family and friends and readers and everybody. But when she just put like, I'm sad. And that's all there is to it. I'm just sad. I haven't lost a husband or anyone of that nature with me, but I lost my mom a few years ago. So I can, on some level, understand the grief and the thought process of learning how to do things, not having someone that you thought you would have there to do. Like she mentions, like having to relearn and reaccept that the frame of mind, like that she knew that she could get through anything because she would be able to get through it together with her husband. And I knew I could always count on my mom to be there. And while she may be there in spirit, I can't just pick up the phone and call her and rant to her. So it was really touching, and it just, Claire Kingsley is such an amazing person, and she's such a strong person. And I love her to pieces even more after reading that newsletter. So if you saw it and haven't read it yet in your email inbox, warning, it will hit you in the feels. But she's such a sweet author, and I can't wait. But anyway, the reason why I started filming out here is I figured I might as well do my calendar so then I can sit down, eat my dinner, and just read the rest of the night, and then only have to do update clips for Reckless Miles. Now that we're pretty much 20 minutes into this clip. So this is going to be a long vlog. I don't know how much I'm going to cut out of it, but yeah. So yesterday was Travel to the Sun Temple. We chose the northern route to go through the forest. We ended up having to use 2 rations. We only had 1 in stock. So we took a hit point of damage. So we will flip the page. Ooh, I don't know what's going on there, but that's super cool. Look at that art. That is crazy. Okay, so we are Friday, January 7th, which is Fruits Day in this world. Fridays are Fruits Day. Winterary 7. You have navigated through the Sun Temple and have come upon the guardian that protects the Divine Gate. Okay, that's what we're looking at, the Divine Gate. Like all who have come before you, you must pass the challenge to proceed through. The gate guardian bellows out a riddle that echoes within the chamber. It then itself readies for combat. All right. I was made to be obeyed, amended, and defended. Without me, crime would not be. What am I? Okay. Alrighty. And then it has a little thing over here in the bottom that says how we're going to do things. Let me try to zoom in. So our attack is a d20 plus our attack modifier, and then our damage is as it says on the character sheet. Okay, so then the bottom it says number 1, guess the answer to the riddle before checking the resolution. Number 2, engage in combat. Roll the dice indicated in the table. So that was what I just pointed out. And add your hero's modifiers. Check your hero sheet for abilities you can use in combat. So I'm not going to look at the back of the previous page. I will pull out our character sheet. So Commander Royce Barrington, that's our character sheet. That's our picture of our dude. Alrighty. So the riddle. I was made to be obeyed, amended, and defended. Without me, crime would not be. What am I? I'm going to guess like law. Like law or constitution or something like that. Maybe I should be more firm on my answer, but I feel like law. Because you obey laws, you amend laws, and people defend laws. Without me, crime would not be. Because if you're breaking the law, you're committing a crime. But if there is no law, how is it a crime? I'm going to go with law. Okay, so we're going to check. Okay, so I just watched my clips and it's for some reason cut me off a little bit. So you actually didn't see what the answer was. As you can tell from my celebrating that you'll see in a second, I just wanted to pop in. So the answer was law. So we got it right. Woohoo. Exciting for us. Yay. So I think I say it in the next clip, but in case I don't, we get to add a +2 to any rolls you make in combat. So super awesome. And that's all we need. Woohoo! If you answered this correctly, add +2 to all rolls you make in combat. Fun. Okay, we got the riddle right. All right, so engage in combat, roll the dice indicated in the table, and add your hero's modifiers. Check your hero sheet for abilities you can use in combat. Okay, so I'll flip over our character sheet. So our attack is a +3 with our greatsword. So, and that is not my dice bag. That is my microphone bag. I just kind of opened up the felt bag and was reaching in and I was like, that is not a dice. Okay, so, whoop, my little dice are growing everywhere. Okay, so it said a d20 plus our attack modifier, which is a +3, plus we get +2 for getting the answer correctly. So let's see what we got. 19. Woo woo. Alrighty. I know, it's exciting, isn't it, kitty? Okay, so if your attack roll is 15 or more, so I rolled a 19, I get my 3 for my attack, so we're 22, plus the extra 2 from answering the riddle. So we're at 24. So if your attack roll is 15 or more, you hit the guardian. Okay. So I need the rules. I forgot how this does. Okay. So combat. When you fight. Okay, combat runs differently in other games. Okay, yeah, in other RPGs you go round by round. In Quest you only get a set number of rounds. In each round you get an attack and damage roll. This is your chance to defeat the monster before you hit and take damage. If you do not hit the monster, you'll deal enough damage. Okay, so how do I figure out damage? It's been a couple of days since I read this. That's dealing with death. Okay, when fighting against a single enemy, you can't kill the monster until the final round. When you hit and do sufficient damage, you will stun the enemy so it can't damage you on that round. So that doesn't... So we got 15. So because... indicated in the table. Okay, you hit the guardian. So then our damage is a D12. Okay, so now we're just gonna roll our damage die, so D12. So we got an 8. And because we answered the riddle, it says add 2 to all rolls you make in combat. It doesn't say D20 rolls, it says all rolls. So I'm gonna say that counts. So we're gonna go with 10 damage. And this guy has hit points of 5. So we killed him. So we defeated him. Okay. So we don't take damage. Okay. Oh, here we go. If you hit and your damage roll is 4 or more, the guardian is defeated. So we defeated the guardian. Okay, so then the rest of it doesn't matter. So we defeated the guardian and we get to enter. Alrighty, so I guess that's it for today. And we are officially entering the Sun Temple, or we made it through the gate. So that will be it for tonight. I think Saturdays and Sundays are combined on one page. So I'll probably just do it on Saturday and see what happens. And if there's like 2 parts or something that we can split between Saturday and Sunday. Otherwise, I might just do it Saturday night. But anyway, I'm going to stop here. I've already been rambling for 27 minutes. I'm going to cut up my pizza and sit down and read some Reckless Miles and relax the rest of my night. So I will see you in a little bit. Alrighty, so it's just about 10 o'clock. I was going to update earlier in my percentage, but that's not going to happen. I'm pretty close to finishing the book, but I just wanted to stop by and just at least pop in and say I'm about 80% of the way through. Maybe a little bit less, like 78-ish, I think. But Cheese and I are curled up. We're cuddling and reading. Claire Kingsley is just magic. She's just magic. If you like small town, contemporary, low angst, pick her up. I adore her. And she is magic, and I haven't been able to put it down once I actually started reading. You know, I had my normal, just like, oh, Cheese wants to get settled, or oh, I need to get up and do this, or get up and do that. And outside of just kind of getting up and making some tea, it's just so nice to just curl up in the blankets with my kitty and just read. It's so nice. Tonight I'll try to rotate slightly here. I have my cold tea here. So I used my pretty poinsettias mug. This is a really weird angle. But anyway, this is a skinnier mug. I thought it'd be perfect for what we were doing tonight. And I didn't want a huge cup of tea. I just wanted something little to kind of help warm me up because I had a little bit of a chill, and then I didn't want too much to drink since I wasn't sure how much longer I would be up reading. Tonight I went crazy. I went with a Celestial Seasonings, and I wanted a Sleepy Time blend because I like their chamomile blends, but I decided to go for their Sleepy Time green tea, pomegranate, I think either blackberry or blueberry. I'll put the picture right here. It's really good. It's really good. It's a really interesting and unique blend of their stereotypical chamomile sleepy time tea, but then they add in decaffeinated green tea pomegranate, lemongrass, and then like, let me see. Yeah, but then you also get that little hint of fruitiness. I usually don't sweeten my teas unless mainly I just kind of sweeten chais or the really super spicy teas. But with the fruit teas, I usually don't add any sweetener because the fruit itself gives some natural sweetness. So it's a really nice one. It's like completely cold now because I made it a couple hours ago, but that's fine. It's fine. I'll drink it no matter what temperature it is. But I just wanted to do a quick little update, let you know what tea I was drinking tonight, and show off my pretty poinsettia cup. If I remember correctly, I want to say I got this at like the Dollar Tree or Family Dollar or some sort of type of dollar store around here in town. They have the smaller mugs, which I don't mind, but I like I like my teas strong, especially my green teas. So I like to make them I like to just use one tea bag, but when I make them in a smaller cup, then I feel like it gets stronger and I don't feel as wasteful than using two tea bags. But so yeah, so I'm going to try to finish this off. My goal is to finish Reckless Miles before midnight and then do a wrap up. I might be in the same position. We'll see what happens, how late it gets. It's only like 10 o'clock and I am flagging. It's been a long week. I'm usually in bed by 9. I think I mentioned earlier, or maybe it was a couple days ago, I was in bed at like 8:30 and then I fell asleep at like 9. There's been times last week or the week before in the past couple month or so where it's hit 7 o'clock and it's everything I do to just even make it to 7:30 without falling asleep. But when life is stressful, sometimes your body just wants to go to sleep and heal up that way. But anyway, so I don't have my mic on or anything because I'm just kind of relaxing on top of my bed and cuddling the kitty. So I will try to cut this short. There should be one more clip after this to wrap up. I'll try to do it tonight if I'm still awake enough. Otherwise, I'll be a little bit naughty and sneak in a clip from Saturday morning. But we will see what happens and if I can get through the rest of this. Now that I'm actually sitting down and reading, it's going pretty quickly. It's just finding the time to read uninterrupted without like a game or a cat constantly in and off my lap and other things going on. So, but yeah. Anyway, I will see you very soon. Hello again. So I made it just under the wire. It is 11:45. I am up way past my bedtime. My eyes are completely bloodshot. But I finished Reckless Miles by Claire Kingsley. Oh, Cooper and Amelia just stole my heart. I love them. 5 stars. Oh, I had to take a few minutes to process. Oh, I hate their father. I hate their father. The way that he treats this family is just so, oh, I hate it. Oh, I hope he gets his comeuppance in the next book. The next book is Leo, and I can't wait to start it. I don't know if I have time after the books I have to read on my TBR for the Kate Daniels read along. If I have time between those and the romance takeover readathon, then I'm hoping to get Leo's book. And then I know there's another book that's technically in a like more novella length that I think is going to be the mom and the local. I'm like, excuse my eyebrows. I don't know what's happening. I'm just like slightly slap happy and exhausted, and my eyebrows are just like feeling it tonight, I guess. Anyway, Cheese is all curled up with me. Say hi, Boobas. She's just purring. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna crash probably any minute here. So I just wanted to come in, wrap up this vlog. Maybe not the best way to wrap it up, but it's Friday for 11 more minutes. And I can't wait to see what I read next. Officially, the first week of January and the first week of 2022 is done. And I've vlogged all week, every day. So, yay, go me. I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping that everything will look okay tomorrow when I try to work on editing and transferring things onto my computer, but I will worry about that later. So I'm going to officially wrap up this blog. I only ended up reading a couple books this week, but like I mentioned earlier this week, I usually do most of my reading during the weekends. So I'll probably, oh, hi, coming through? Excuse you? Yeah, there's a camera right there. Can I help you? Uh-huh. Okay, anyway. We're going to head to bed. And I will see you all next week for week 2. I hope you have a good weekend and you have a good reading week. And, oh, really? Okay. Alright. Well, on that note, move that tail. I will see you all later. Bye.